Now, another email, which, so after last session, I got a bunch of founders to email me, asking me a bunch of different questions. And this one is actually really interesting because it's a really good founder. And she basically sent me her example saying, look, the reply, or it's like a 3%, I think, response rate or something like that. Can you help me? And you know, on the face of it, it might actually look like a interesting, like good, well-structured email, but I will, you know, let's say, rip it apart slightly now. So, can I get your thoughts? Okay, subject line. First of all, if people know about sales techniques, they know that somebody shouldn't be asking a question which can be answered with a yes or no, okay? Because then a person can just say no and shut down the email and not even read the email, right? So here's a, can I get your thought? No, okay. And instead, just say literally hi, or like something like attention grabbing. Then, hi, first and fine. You were recommended by one of my contacts at another fund. Now, why would another fund recommend that fund if that fund would invest or would want to invest, right? Like, funds are super secretive. If they see an amazing company, they will definitely don't recommend it to any other fund because they want to get the biggest allocation they can first. And so that's like already showing that, okay, somebody couldn't say no or was a bit like feeling bad and just said, okay, like, just, you know, reach out to this guy. Great to see you, a board partner at fund name and no stranger to marketplace models. Okay, cool. You know, relevant, let's say, industry. I'm a founder name from City, one of the founders of, you know, the name, and then one line of the business. That's cool. We're raising a first funding round with angels. I would love to explore your interest to join us. Below is a short summary of what we're building. Now, this is an email to a fund, right? And now that person is saying we're raising a first funding round with angels. Well, if you're raising a first round with angels, why are you emailing a fund? Instead, you should be saying, we've reached our maximum allocation of angels. We have more than half of the round already committed. I've been following you as an investor for more than whatever, like 6 months, 12 months. I've spoken to some of your portfolio companies, and I would love for you to lead our round. You know, instead of we're raising a first funding round with angels, I would love to explore your interest to join us. How is that relevant, right? And then below a short summary of what we are building, okay? And this is like too much info here, right? Like, there's like a lot of sentences. There's really no time to read. Like, if you look at this one, it's like literally one paragraph around all the metrics and the business description and the problem, rather than, you know, 7 different lines. And here, if this fits your investment thesis, would love to have an intro call. Now, because you already made all this research, clearly it does fit the investment thesis. So why do you even say that, right? You basically give them an excuse to say no to you, like a third time in this email. And here's my calendar. Feel free to pick a time. Calendly, right? So by the way, also, if you again like do sales training and stuff, nobody sends a Calendly link in a cold email because nobody clicks on your link, right? Instead, you say, how about this and this time? Okay, be specific. Don't give them a chance to just be inactive or say no, right? Give them like a why or where question rather than a Calendly link. Then the other thing, like, for example, right, this is actually a Berlin scenario here. I would almost say, and this works like extremely well, you can almost fake it by saying, hey, I'm in Berlin the next few days, or like in 2-3 weeks, would love to get a coffee. You might not be in Berlin, right? But if that person says yes, if that person you want to meet says yes, of course, straight away, you just build up a bunch of other meetings in Berlin and you fly to Berlin, right? Like whatever, EasyJet, Ryanair, like super cheap to fly to Berlin. But I think like a lot of, like, when I was in New York, I met so many people. I wasn't raising, but I was just meeting founders and VCs. And I was just saying, look, guys, I'm in New York. Let's grab coffee. And people will be like, cool, this guy's visiting from London. Definitely let's grab some coffee. So hopefully answer some some questions here on this email.